Hello there. Today I'm going to be using this beautiful notebook to create an environment where we can relax, enjoy some auditory and visual ASMR triggers, and have a little chat about alleviating gender dysphoria, anxiety, and perhaps other related challenges. This journal has a beautiful mermaid pattern resembling scales with a silver ribbon as a closure and a single white ribbon as a bookmark. As we begin, I want you to know that you are safe here. I see you, and I value you being here so much. And there is room for all of the complex emotions, experiences, and thoughts you are coming to this space with. Let's take a few deep breaths together, okay? We will go in for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 6. Let's begin. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. Shall we do one more? Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great job. So, if you're here with me right now, you are probably someone that experiences gender dysphoria. Or maybe you've been feeling lately that you think you might have dysphoria. Or maybe you don't really relate to the concept or the word, but you're wanting some support in the way you feel about your gender. Whatever the reason, you are welcome here, and your feelings are valid. You are valid. As someone who personally experiences dysphoria, I've spent a lot of time thinking about how to alleviate it. Partially for myself, but also because I care so deeply for other trans people and folks who might be questioning their gender identity. I want us all to feel happy and safe and at home in our skin. Everyone who experiences dysphoria experiences it differently, and there's no wrong way to experience it. In fact, the only person who defines your relationship with your gender, your body, and the world is you. With that in mind, I'd like to tell you about some of the ways that I cope with dysphoria and knowledge that I've gathered from my own personal experiences and my loved ones who are also trans. If you need immediate support, I will have emergency mental health resources in the description box. So, I have divided up the ways that I've learned to cope with dysphoria into 3 distinct categories. You might organize these things differently in your mind or have different methods. And that's okay, but I'd love to share with you the way that I think about it. So, the first category of coping mechanisms I've decided to call distraction. Distracting yourself from dysphoria could look like curling up with a good book or your favorite TV show, playing with an animal, talking to a friend about something fun, maybe doing a hobby that you love. It really could be anything that involves getting out of your head and distracting yourself from the feelings or thoughts that are giving you trouble. Of course, this isn't sustainable forever, but I think it can be extremely important, especially in particularly intense bouts of dysphoria, when you just need to get away from it for a little bit. I think ASMR could be actually a really great tool for distraction from dysphoria. That's something that I have tried to implement on my channel, definitely. The second category of coping mechanism I like to call engaging with your body. Now, this one can seem a little bit counterintuitive, but it's good for when you are aware of your dysphoria and you're feeling like you're at a good place to maybe look at it a little closer and take action on some of the things that are bothering you. If you can, of course. Some examples of this would be changing into an outfit that makes you feel better and affirmed in your gender. It could mean exercising, dancing, or stretching as a way to connect with your body. This could mean getting a haircut, doing your makeup, getting a tattoo, or experimenting with your appearance to figure out what feels good to you. I know this can be really scary because it might trigger the very thing that we're trying to alleviate. So I understand that it takes a lot of courage to experiment with some of these things, and I acknowledge that, and I understand, and I'm here for you. I love the iridescent shimmer on this journal. When I first saw it, I was hypnotized. I actually couldn't stop tapping on it. Just because the mermaid scales make such a nice sound. I think this is a lovely visual ASMR trigger as well. Iridescence. 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 It reminds me of the children's book Rainbow Fish, now that I look at it. I used to love that book. Can you see the reflection of my hand? Speaking of journals, the third category of coping mechanisms I have titled Processing Your Emotions. Now, this category is essentially anything that allows you to ask yourself questions like, how do I feel? What am I experiencing? And what might help me feel better? This could be done in private with something like a journal, or perhaps through an art practice, or writing a poem, cooking, making art, anything that allows you to express yourself in a safe environment. Or this could be done with others. It could be talking to a trusted friend, or talking to the guidance counselor at your school, or finding a therapist you can talk to. This category is something that has helped me tremendously on my own journey, understanding what I'm feeling and how I'm doing, especially with regards to gender. It's challenging, but I also find it extremely rewarding. And again, anything where we are engaging our dysphoria, or our fears, our challenges, our anxiety, it can be really scary. But at the end of the day, I think you deserve to feel the best you possibly can. And for me, this category of coping mechanisms has helped tremendously. If you experience dysphoria, or you think you might, I would love to know in the comments section one of two things. I would love to know something that you love about yourself, it could be anything. Something that makes you feel good about yourself, even through the dysphoria. And if you're willing to share, I'd also love to hear something that you do to alleviate dysphoria, so others might be inspired to try it themselves. We're all here for one another as a community, and we can support one another in our journey of feeling at home in ourselves. I would also love to hear any ideas you have for videos that I could make, particularly surrounding the LGBT community, us trans folks, alleviating dysphoria, anxiety, or anything else you need support with. Just let me know. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope that this gave you some comfort or sparked some ideas on how to better take care of yourself. I care about you so much, and I truly want the best for you. I love you. I see you. And I appreciate you being here so much. Good night.